Good afternoon, madam. My name is Vaishnavi Vani. Today I'll be presenting about Defenses of Criminal Liability Case Study 2. Introduction. Mr. B is a police officer assigned under for investigation of gangster-related cases. Mr. C is a SRC, State's Religious Council. Mr. C raided into a house where he supposed Mr. A is believed to commit an offense of intimidity. Mr. B killed Mr. C when he was chased by Mr. C and other SRC officers. Elements of crime. Actors reuse. Mr. B voluntarily shoot Mr. C stepped forward. It was an act of negligence as the defendant was not aware of the risk, but should have been aware of the risk. Mr. B is a police officer. Mens rea. Shooting with intention to stop the officers from chasing, hiding that he had gone to Mr. D, his partner. Is Mr. B guilty? Based entirely on the case study, Mr. B should be found guilty due to the fact that Mr. C is killed by a gunshot. However, Mr. C appears with only a stick, which he solely brings for safety purposes, together with providing explanation of his intentions. There was no dangerous act or presence of threat and harm that was given towards Mr. B. So, it is clear that the weapon is not proportional with the harm that Mr. B could have received from Mr. C. Therefore, Mr. B found guilty under Section 302 as it is counted as a murder but not self-defense. Related sections. Section 99(4) states that there is no right to self-defense if more harm than is necessary is inflicted for the purpose of defense. Section 100 of the Penal Code states that in exercising private defense, one can retaliate to the point of causing death to the assailant when it involves apprehension of death, apprehension of grievous hurt, intention to rape, intention to gratify unnatural lust, intention to kidnap or abduct, intention to wrongfully confine. Conclusion. The defendant is found guilty under the charge for Section 302. It is because he could have shot on the air or shot on any other parts of the body which could have not caused death of Mr. C. He could have also just escaped without shooting as he was already separated from the officers by a fence and he still had time to run away from them. Consequently, Mr. B have to be punished under Section 302. Thank you very much. That's all from me.